So there's networking, and then there's making a deep and lasting connection. To make a real connection, you need to show that you're truly thinking of somebody and you really know them. Imagine instead of just exchanging a business card with somebody, you followed up by sending a note with something that made you think of them, something really personal. In fact, the crew put together some letters for me to open right now. Let's see what we have. Carrie, working and knowing you has such an important impact on my life. Joe, that is my fabulous British assistant who's about to have a baby. You genuinely care about each and every person on your team, and your commitment to their growth is inspiring. Jamie. So these personal notes, they make me feel known and heard. My next guest learned about this at a very young age. Susan McPherson is the founder of McPherson Strategies, a business that is based entirely on one-to-one connection. I know you as the ultimate connector, and I know that you learned that from your mom.
She was known as the guru of social media long before the internet, before the computers. My father was a professor, and back then when you were the wife of a professor, part of your kind of existence would be to host parties. Right. What I saw her do was, because our house was way too small to have 100 people, she would break up all the people into threes, and she'd invite from 4 to 6, one group of people that knew each other, 5 to 7, another group of people that were somehow connected, and then 6 to 8, the last. But then the people who came to each kind of segmented time would have something to talk to the other people about. My father would read 4 or 5 newspapers every day, various journals, various magazines, but he would have his razor right there, and he'd be cutting up articles. He had all his envelopes, and he had his manual typewriter, and he'd type these very short notes like, this makes me think of you, this looks like you, this is something you'll be interested in, and he would stuff probably 20 of those a day, even during full-time work.
The ultimate connectors.
Exactly.
All of you.
Yes. There's nothing better than the magic that happens when you introduce people. It doesn't take a lot to think about, wow, if I introduce these 2 people, a new business opportunity is going to come from it, or a new friendship, or they, fall in love and get married, and I've done that for 6 people, okay?
Wow.
It may feel uncomfortable, but what you have to remind yourself is you're being a giver. You're being a good human. You
come into every meeting and you say, how can I help you? And that has benefited you in spades, I would imagine.
I think so, but I don't want it to come across that I'm being manipulative about it. If you walk into a crowded room and you're feeling intimidated and you're looking around and you're saying, oh my gosh, all these people are so famous and powerful and tall and beautiful and all those things. But if you walk in and you walk up and you say, how are you today? Tell me about what you do and what kind of help can I give you? I don't know about you, but I can always use help on something, right?
Of course, we all can.
Right. It levels the playing field.
It does, and it relaxes you too, because it comes from a place of being genuine.
It's part of the reason I've been successful in business. I had spent about 10 years before working in corporate responsibility and worked very hard to build relationships with key people that I could learn from, that could teach me, that I could share information with. And so, when essentially I turned the lights on, people came. We also live in an age, and you know this from Likeable,
of course,
where we have the tools at our disposal to connect with anyone.
We do.
Don't overthink it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
If you overthink it, it becomes forced networking.
Yes.
And then it kind of ruins the beauty and the actual fun in it.
And once you realize that at the end of the day, we are all just searching for connection, the world is a great place.
People are fascinating.
People are fascinating
right?
and fun. One of the things that Susan reminded me of was that in today's world, everyone is just a little bit more accessible. The power of networking is just that much stronger. So think about somebody you've always wanted to connect with, make it a goal for yourself, and go work it. On the next episode of Work It.
And suddenly it becomes, well, this is who I am.
Yes.
But you can recreate yourself every second.